Okay, everyone, let's talk combat. I'll start with the I'll start with the basic stuff here. So I got a few battle reports from Desert Storm. I'll go over them and just briefly explain what happens. Scenario number one, I think I attacked the dude. Yeah, I attacked the dude and I managed to just barely defeat him. So, I have a lot of injuries on my side. I have a lot of people in the hospital on my side, as you can see, and I managed to win with exactly 4 units. 4 freaking units. On the other hand, he has also a lot of injured, he has also a lot of hospital. I think the percentage. Not sure. Yeah, here it is. There is actually a separate rule for Desert Storm that tells you how many get critically injured or not. So if that math is correct, he lost 60% of his march there, sent directly to the hospital. And from the looks of it, it is. Now the question was why I killed his drill ground units. Because as soon as the defense fails, you automatically attack drill ground units. So you kill a percentage. As you can see here, I murdered 353 of them. That goes from here. The commander will lose an additional fixed number of drill ground units based on the defender's base level, yada yada yada. So basically, if you have a squad on the wall and you get defeated, the combat will cost you troops, plus drill ground units that get killed. On the other hand, I have this one here, where I was attacked in a building, I think. Basically, the same scenario would be if he attacked me directly, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see here, he put my folks into hospital. So the hospital ones are the ones you need to treat. The injured ones, they actually, so to say, survive. It's a light injury and they get to move on. I'm not sure if you have to recall them to the base to get them back, or they immediately are ready as survivors. Basically, I put 1,200 people, 1,200 of his people in the hospital. So it's quite simple. If you're able to defend yourself successfully, you will lose troops. Yes. Most likely, you will lose less troops than being burned directly, depending on your HQ level. But you also cause a lot of damage back. That's the key aspect here. So I got 978 people in the hospital. He has 1,200 people in the hospital. I managed to defend successfully. The stronger your defense is, or the lesser the difference. Sorry, the bigger the difference between his attack and your defense, or the stronger your defense is, the less hospital and injured members you have. Now, if he does punch through your defenses, I have a log here somewhere where I defended with. Where is it? Give me a second. Here it is. So I had 2 squads on the wall, and he attacked me with 1 march. Now, watch this. My first march gets eaten. He puts 1157 people in my hospital, and he survives with 794. Second, I managed to defend. He still puts 483 more people in my hospital. So in total, he took out 1,157 plus 483. That's a total of about 1,600. Now, his defeat is 60% of his march, which is 2,400. So his attack actually injured more of my troops, meaning that his attack in terms of troops was more worth it. But I did not get teleported. That's for one. This is very important sometimes. And two, since he did not defeat me, he did not touch my drill camp units. Now, if we were to take a look at the exact same scenario where I was defending and he did manage to defeat me, So again, see here, in this attack round, the defending side failed, resulting in additional 395 drill ground units killed. And once again, same goes for here. So if you have, let's say, 5 people reinforcing you, and some person attacks you and defeats those 5 people, and you, if you have your own squads on the wall, then each and every one of those battles will kill people in your drill grounds. But if he defeats 4 out of 5 squads, then neither will result in death. I might actually have. No, no. Okay, maybe here. Okay, that's perfect. Like, as you can see here, they rallied against us. We defended. Now watch this. So, Onion defeated Yuri, correct? No drill ground units killed. He did lose 95 people because that's what regular map combat does. Again, Super Beer versus BBB SOT. No drill ground units killed. Then, because we managed to defend from the attack. Now, on the other hand, no, I'm looking for a really juicy rally here. There were a few actually. Give me a second. This one. Oh no, that's also defense. Victory in defense, victory in attack. I don't think I have a good like rally example. That was a solo attack. Also a solo attack. I'm just trying to find a. I can't find it. Basically, if you manage to punch through, I just can't find it sadly. Oh, here it is. Like this guy, the onion attacked us. We were mostly wounded from earlier. As you can see here, his hospital is full, so he lost people. And the defending side failed, resulting in an additional 375 units killed. So 375 for my defense failure, 375 for Yuri's defense failure, and 375 for his own defense failure, plus all of the additional casualties he suffered from his own defense, plus every single one of those battles resulted in his demise. So reinforcing players without a proper squad will just give them additional casualties. Uh, that's something to keep in mind of. But basically, as long as you manage to defend, I would say it's considered worth it. Like basically, you could take your first squad off of your wall, let him hit you, he will light you on fire, and he will kill a certain amount of your drill ground troops. Now, that certain amount most likely will be less than your defending troops being sent to the hospital. But the thing to remember in Desert Storm is that if you get teleported, your garrison automatically gets removed from a building. So yes, you may have cut down on your losses. That's addressing the question here. You may have cut down on your losses, but the building you were garrisoning, especially if you were the only defender, now becomes extremely vulnerable. So there's a fine line here between defending a building and making sure that you don't get teleported and letting them burn you and, just teleporting back after they do, and hopefully you can make it in time to save the building. Because in the end, it all comes down to points. Like, it's a trade-off. That's why I say people should play Winter Storm, because of questions like these. Because Python, you asked a very good question. It is an extremely good question, and I'm glad you asked it. Honestly, just by looking at the battle reports, you can see that, like, you asked me if it's smarter to move your first squad off the wall. In some scenarios, yes. If you're not actively protecting a building, then by all means, sure, you'll take a hit, you will lose a certain amount of drill ground troops flat. But on the other hand, if you need to protect the building, it might be more worth it to sit.